Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about signs a woman likes you. It can be difficult to tell if somebody likes you, right? And why is that? Well, people are afraid of rejection. Rejection is painful, it's embarrassing, and it hurts. And so people aren't likely going to put themselves out there in a way that really exposes themselves. Women, a lot of times, when they like you, they are more subtle in their approach. They like to be pursued, okay? There have been many dynamics that have changed with dating over the years, but women like a man to respectfully court them, take them out, show that they're interested in that and wanting to set dates. And I understand it doesn't feel equal. It doesn't feel fair. A lot of guys get upset about that. It's just the way that it is. So sometimes we just have to adapt to the way things are and make the best of it. Understanding that people don't like to be rejected. They have their own attachment issues. They have their own fears. It's helpful because you're not going to have many people that come on very strong. Yes, it does happen, but for the most part, people are going to slowly dip their toe in the pool and see if that you accept that bid to connect or if you reject it. I got a Skype message from somebody that I did a Skype with recently, and they said, "Hi, Coach Craig. Thank you so much for the Skype coaching call we did the other day. I really found it helpful. I appreciate the honesty, and I felt a lot better about my situation than before the call. You're right. I do struggle with attachment issues, and I've realized it was because of how inconsistent my parents were growing up. I've been working on the creative healing course, and it has helped me to have more clarity and understanding. I know that if my ex does come back, I can be more confident with her. The thing that I struggle with is knowing when a girl likes me more than just friends. I really can't tell if they're genuinely interested in being my friend or they're attracted to me. I thought this could be a good idea for a video. Are there certain things that girls will do when they like you?" Well, of course, right? Because women are looking for people, they're looking for partners, they're looking for dates, and so they're going to do certain things when they're interested in somebody, of course. Now, they tend to be more subtle. Not always, but they tend to be. So one of the things that I have seen women do over the years, and I always ask people questions about how they met the person and when, stuff like that. And one thing that I hear a lot is that they start to put themselves in your orbit, in your proximity. If it's at work, they will come by you more. Maybe it's through a friends group. They'll start lingering around you more, trying to see if you give them any attention in the group setting or in whatever kind of setting, and seeing if there's any vibe from you, right? A lot of times they're kind of studying you, and they'll do very subtle little things and make little subtle comments, maybe about something you're wearing, or they'll, maybe ask you little questions like, "Got any fun plans this weekend?" They're more subtle. They're not going to just come out and say, "Hey, Frank, I like you. Let's go out tomorrow." I mean, yes, it does happen, but it tends to be more of hanging around you, seeing what you do with it. Are you warm to them? Are you giving them a little attention here and there? Or are you just cold and ignoring them? If they see that you're cold and ignoring them, they're probably going to think about it and be reluctant to make any more moves. But if they feel like they're getting somewhere with you, getting a little attention, or you have some interest, or they're figuring you out more and they like what they see, they might be a little bit more friendly, like being more talkative, right? They start opening up about their life, letting you in on who they are and what they like. And they also pay attention to details about the things that you like. Oh, I saw that band that you really like is coming into town. Are you going to go see them? See how vague it is? Oh, yeah, that's cool. I would like to go see them too. Do you do something with it? Little things like that, okay? It's a big sign. They want to see if you take the bait, okay? This is a big one. They start doing you favors, right? It could be anything that they have put thought into your life, and they're trying to not only include themselves, but also do something to make your day a little bit better or brighter or more thoughtful. Okay, and there are a lot of different small things that somebody could do for you. They could do something as small as bringing you a coffee to work, or say, hey, I'm going to such and such to grab some lunch. Did you want me to get something for you? Little things like that could be a sign that there's some interest there and they're wanting to see how you are with them. Another big sign that someone's interested is, how do they act when they see you? Do they look excited to see you? Are they in a good mood, right? Like, if somebody's really excited to see you, whatever's kind of going on in their life won't be the big issue. It won't be like, oh, it's this and that that's going on in my life. It's going to be more like, how are you? How are things? They don't care so much about that problem because they want to enjoy the interaction with you. They've been thinking about it. They might even have planned questions to ask you ahead of time. Like, oh, like, what will I say to him today? What will I ask him today? Because they don't want to, get in front of you and not know what to say or do. They want to be more like relaxed and have something to talk about with you, and that way they connect with you better. And the other thing to consider is, in those interactions, how close are they to you? When a woman is interested in you romantically, she's going to be a lot more likely to get physically closer to you and put herself closer to your proximity. She might adjust your hair on your face if your hair is out of place, or get a little piece of lint off of you, take a little piece of lint off of your shirt. They're kind of looking for an excuse to touch you or get closer to you in a way that can't be too forthcoming or obvious, because again, insecurities come out and fear of rejection. So little things like that are a sign that she wants to be closer to you and is exploring like how that goes when she does those things. Do you reject it, or do you act like, cool, no big deal? Another thing that women tend to do is they'll start to talk about you to their friends and their family. And obviously they're not going to tell them a lot, but they're going to tell them some things about you because it's like they're excited to see where it goes with you. So if you hear them say something like, oh, I was telling my girlfriend about blah, blah, blah you were going through the other day, it shows you're on their mind, and you're on their mind so much that they're talking about you to the people that they care about. And they wouldn't do that if they didn't really care. Another sign is sometimes women will say little things like, I missed you the other day. Like maybe you were out of work and maybe you were sick, or you were on vacation. They say, oh, I missed you the other day. Where were you? How are things? If they're curious, where were you? What were you doing? Where were you at? You went on vacation. Tell me about your vacation. Who'd you go with? They want to know those little details of your life, not only because they are trying to get to understand you a little bit better, but they also want to know, who is he dating? Who is he interested in? Who's interested in him? Do I have a chance with this person? They're trying to get some more information, but lots of times they'll do it through little comments about, oh, I missed you the other day. How was that party you went to? And so it's letting you know that they care about you. Just a little comment like, I missed you the other day, or I missed you at the thing. Think about it. They're not going to come out there and say, I sat in that meeting the whole time and just thought about you. Right? They're going to say a little thing like, I missed you the other day. I thought you were going to come to that meeting or that get together or whatever it was. One last thing that I wanted to talk about here is any kind of suggestion of plans or getting together, even if it seems subtle. It could be something about, oh, I thought we could get together and talk about that meeting we have next week. Now, of course, it could just be about the meeting, but if you're seeing any of these other little signs, it's likely more than just that. Any type of future plans, spending time together, setting a date, getting together, hanging out, is a big sign that they want to see if you're going to show interest. Do you want to see them? Are you going to ask them on a date? I tell you, one thing that I hear a lot of women complain about with respects to dating is guys endlessly wanting to talk to them and not setting dates. That's a huge complaint I get. Oh, I matched with this guy. We're talking all the time, but he never asks me out. They get very frustrated. So many guys are afraid of rejection that they never ask the woman out. You don't have to make such a big deal about inviting a woman out to get a drink or hang out for a bit. We build things up in our minds so much, which is probably related to your own attachment issues, that you can't just relax. Guys, just invite somebody out casually. Stop putting people on a pedestal by saying, oh, I like this woman so much because she's so pretty. You need to make sure that she lines up with what you're looking for in life. Don't put somebody on a pedestal just because they're attractive. You're going to be miserable if you do that. That's not what real, confident, secure men do. Real, confident, secure men want to get to know if she's a quality person, not just looks. Guys that don't have a lot going for them will settle for anything. But when you have standards and your attitude is, yeah, I'm just inviting them out to grab something to eat or to go, do something fun. A healthy, confident, secure guy is like, okay, we're going to go out and just do this thing and see how it goes. But when you put them on a pedestal because they're attractive, it just shows how insecure you are, right? So you always want to come from a place of, I just want to go out with this person and see if we have a good time, regardless of how attractive she is, or maybe who she is, or how long you've had a crush on her. You need to see that her lifestyle is gonna line up with what you're looking for, with the qualities you want in a person. And it takes time to do that. Understand that everybody has attachment issues and insecurities. And even the most beautiful women in the world have attachment issues and insecurities. And so take your time getting to know that person. Look for subtle little signs. And if you see subtle little signs, some of the ones that I've talked about today, then you just casually invite somebody out and see how it goes. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself and thinking about a future. I could see myself marrying this woman when you don't really know her. The longer you wait to make sure you line up, because there are going to be things about this person that annoy you, and there are going to be things about you that annoy them, the more likely you're going to see, okay, she's great about these things, but these things I don't like about her, but they're not deal breakers, and vice versa. But when you take your time, you're not going to be shocked and devastated when they don't live up to this perfect person that you thought they were. So, I'm trying to just show you that women have tendencies in their bid to connect and get attention. However, when you work through your own insecurities, you'll be a lot more confident to invite them out on dates and get to know them and see if you're a good fit for each other, which is really what you're looking for. Okay? If there's any others that you want to add, leave comments and I could talk about those in future videos. If you want to get my help personally, you can do that on my website, askcraig.net. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.